Operating systems. So what is an operating system? It is a type of software that manages computer hardware, software, and provides common services for computer programs. Examples of which include Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So what does it do? It contains all the drivers on your computer, like a USB and a printer driver. It also contains the basic input-output system, which are basically a set of instructions that run when your computer first gets turned on. It provides a consistent way for applications to deal with the computer's hardware, as well as function in a smooth and consistent way in parallel with other programs. Various programs and apps compete for the attention of the CPU and demand memory, storage, etc. for their own purposes. In this case, the operating system makes sure that each application gets the necessary resources that it needs. Operating systems have evolved quite a bit over time. The first operating systems were large mainframes, where users punched paper cards. Many years later, the first Unix operating system was released, and it laid the groundwork for many different OSs like Mac OS and Linux. The first commercially successful and widely retailed computer was called Apple II and was released and made by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. It could do basic things and had a command line interface. In 1991, a well-known company known as Windows released MS-DOS. More about them later. Now let's get into the more recent history of operating systems. In 1991, a company known as Linux released Linux 0.01, which was an open source software that went on to greater heights later on. As of 2019, it was running all of the world's 500 most powerful computers. In 1995, the company we all know and love today released Windows 95, which propelled them to new heights as it was the successor to Windows 3.1X. It was the first computer with a graphical user interface that was financially available to most people. Finally, in 2007, the iPhone was released, and Windows 7 was also released shortly after. Windows 7 was the main operating system in 97% of the world's computers this past decade, and it made Microsoft the major stakeholder in the operating system market. Operating systems in the future are an interesting topic. They could work smarter and more effectively, often being personalized to one person and adapting itself to suit that person's needs. Many sci-fi films and action movies have already portrayed live-action versions of intelligent operating systems, like the one called Jarvis in the Iron Man movies. Jarvis has its own voice and can make intelligent decisions based on Iron Man's orders. And with the increasing amount of research being done into AI, I don't think we are that far off from getting personalized intelligent operating systems.